All right. Well, first of all, I'm excited to be here at Arkansas. I want to thank Coach Balin and the University of Arkansas for giving me this opportunity, and I can assure you I plan on giving you everything I have to get us where we need to be. Also, I want to thank Coach Sullivan and Stanford University for my time there. I enjoyed working with both the staff and the players there, and had several opportunities to move on to a bigger job with offers from BCS programs. But, there was nothing I thought was worth moving my family forward till now. I didn't want to make a move just to be looking for the next move, and I knew that if I was patient, kept working hard, that an opportunity like this one would present itself. And, again, I'm very excited about this opportunity, and I'm looking forward to doing great things here at Arkansas.
All right, Coach, thank you. We will turn it over for questions now. Remember, hit *1 if you have a question.
Okay.
Hey, Rory, this is Tom Murphy with the Democrat-Gazette in Arkansas. And welcome to Northwest Arkansas.
Thanks, Tom.
Hey, you had a first-hand view of the Arkansas program just this fall. Just thoughts on what you saw from them then and what made you eager to join this program now?
Well, a couple of things. I mean, first of all, it's a young football team. You could see that there's a lot of development still to be done, and that's actually an exciting thing for me. As we prepared there, you could tell that the fundamentals are important. The guys are trying to do things the right way, and it's a little bit of a change, I think, from what it's been, especially on the defensive side of the ball as far as the scheme goes. So, like I said, just very excited about things, and feel like there's a lot I can bring to the table as far as working with the defensive front and ready to get things rolling.
Well, speaking of the defensive front, Trey Flowers just this week announced he was coming back. How familiar are you with personnel and who you'll be working with immediately?
Well, unfortunately, I'm only familiar with jersey numbers at this point. I do know who Flowers is, and I've tried to watch as much film as I could the last day and a half here, but obviously that's a big thing getting him back. You could tell he's got some ability, and again, there's a lot of young guys coming back. So there is a lot of talent up front, a lot of guys who need to be developed, and I'm definitely looking forward to that challenge of working with them.
Are you already up here? Are you got a transition still to make, or how's that working?
I came up right away, trying to get some administrative things done here the next couple of days. We have the National Coach Convention coming up, and I knew that would be an opportunity to get back to Birmingham and get packed up and get some things moved up before we went out on the road recruiting. But definitely wanted to get up here as soon as I could and just try to get the ball rolling on as many areas as I could.
Coach Richard Davenport, Arkansas Democrat-Gazette. Welcome to Arkansas. Any recruiting areas have been discussed with you and Coach Bielema? And if you have, could you tell us? And also, what areas have you recruited in the past?
Well, there haven't been any definite decisions as far as where I'm going to be recruiting. Where I'm recruiting now, I've got South Alabama, the Panhandle of Florida, Gulf Coast of Mississippi. So grew up in Georgia. I recruited the whole state of Georgia, practically every part of the state of Alabama. I recruited into Tennessee, areas of Kentucky. So, I have several areas that I'm familiar with, and right now we're just trying to look at some different options and what will be the best fit.
Coach Brandon Folsom, ESPN 961. I was just wondering if you had any pressure on your shoulders filling in for Charlie Partridge.
Anytime you come in and replace a guy, you've obviously got to come in and prove yourself. I feel very confident in what I teach. I'm excited about being able to work with these guys. I've got, over 100 games of NFL experience under my belt. So, I'm definitely not intimidated by any means. I'm looking forward to this challenge and, just really excited about getting things going here with these guys.
Is that NFL experience going to be helpful in the recruiting game?
Well, obviously not. I mean, in the NFL, we were, basically given who you're going to be coaching. But I have had a lot of experience as far as, having been a recruiting coordinator and different things along those lines. It's obviously a different ball game, though, when you're in the SEC and big-time football. So, the thing I've got, obviously, is, I'm a hard worker. I plan on doing everything I need to do to get the job done. And, part of recruiting, obviously, is personality. I feel like I've got a great rapport with kids, so obviously I'm not concerned about that issue whatsoever.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Sure.
Rory, Tom Murphy again. As a specialist coach, do you have a specialty? Have you worked with kickers, or what do you specialize in there?
Well, I basically work with every specialist in terms of kicker, punter, holder, snapper. I've obviously, my time with the Eagles when I was special teams coordinator out there, that's what you do. We started off practice with 40 minutes of special teams in terms of schemes. We'd work a couple of phases a day, and then the rest of practice I went over with specialists. So, I feel very confident in coaching any of those guys, and definitely looking forward to it. I know we're going to have a new kicker coming in, and like I was talking about with the young guys, that's another area. So, the thing I really like, though, is being able to work with some guys that are new, is that a lot of times you don't have to worry about breaking bad habits if they do have it. And, so that goes for both specialists and for defensive line. I'm going to be able to get them and coach them from the ground up. But, as far as answering your question, I feel confident in working with any of those guys for sure.
I see in your bio, you played at Bama and had an injury. Not to bring up something bad from the past, but what cut short your career there? What'd you play?
Well, it was kind of a blessing in disguise, Tom, actually. It was, I ended up having to have back surgery, and they basically told me that was going to wind me up. But I was on full scholarship, still had a couple of years, as far as my eligibility is concerned, and I was playing for Gene Stallings, so I went in to see him and just asked him what I could do to stay involved with the football team. And he asked me about coming on as a student assistant coach. So kind of got my foot in the door. Like I said, obviously it's always hard anytime you want to play, you want to go out and be on the field, but it was a blessing in disguise because it got me a good jump start to my career, and obviously being around great coaches and learning a lot of football.
Hey, Coach, my name is Robbie Nicewanger with the Arkansas News Bureau. I was just wondering how familiar you were or how many times you crossed paths with Coach Bielema, and how many of the coaches on the staff do you know already?
That's actually funny. I really am not familiar with much anybody here. The only time I was really ever met Coach Bielema was after the game when we played him up here. He came over and very nice. Just told me he was complimenting what he had seen on film from us prior to our game, and as far as special teams and defensive line play, and but that was my only interaction to him prior to coming up on an interview. So, really not familiar with a lot of guys, but been able to spend a little bit of time since I've been out there, and like I said on my interview, so seems like a great group of coaches, and definitely excited about working with them.